So if you're on a budget, choose your lenses first and then the frame. So the first thing I notice is the glasses. And then I do judge them. So you're wearing good belts, good shoes, good watch. What about your glasses? Two people, same prescription, different lifestyle, will need different lenses. Visual cognition is basically the amount of work the brain does for your eyes to get a better vision. And who tell that to a consumer? Only an optician.
Hello and welcome back to Clear Vision, stories from India's leading opticians, a podcast by VisionPlus Magazine sponsored by Zeiss. I'm Tabrez Bolar and today we're talking to someone who comes from a family that has been serving Eyewear customers for over 85 years. Joining us is Yash Turakhia, Chief Operating Officer of Turakhia Opticians. Yash, it's great to have you with us today.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to VisionPlus.
Thank you.
To start, let's go with your professional journey. Despite coming from one of the biggest optical retail companies in India, you worked as an employee at an optical store in New Zealand while you were doing your studies. What prompted that? What was the inspiration?
So I always knew I had to come back to the family business, that's what I wanted to do. But being the fourth generation, 85 years, it's a big responsibility on me. And I was very clear, before I do that, I wanted to step outside my comfort zone and see what optometry is, outside India as well. And New Zealand gave me that perspective. And it is very, very different from India. You can quote me on this. The respect optometrists get in New Zealand, we give surgeons in India,
Yes.
That's because
That's primarily all over the world.
Because people see optometrists as a healthcare professional and not a salesman.
Yes.
So if the optometrist is telling you something, it's like how a surgeon would tell you. So they take it with that seriousness. And that completely blew my mind, because in India, unfortunately, optometrists are actually looked upon like salesmen. So that was a big difference for me. Also, the consumers there in New Zealand, they would actively participate in every decision, including lens coatings. How is this coating different from that? What are night driving lenses? So usually it's just frames, but there the consumers used to actively take the buying decision for lenses as well. And that's one thing I think Turakhia also has been doing for so many years. We don't just sell frames, we guide people towards the right solution for their eyes.
And that is something you picked up from New Zealand, or is it something that has actually already been done?
We have been doing that, but seeing it over there, it was a kind of
puts things into a different perspective.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You enter and join a company that's been there for 85 years. It's a huge legacy that you're taking forward, and you're the fourth generation in this. Do you see this as a burden on your shoulders, or do you see something as an opportunity?
I see it as a responsibility and an opportunity. So if I had to choose one, it would be a responsibility first.
Not a burden at all.
Definitely not a burden, No, responsibility first, because 85 years is a big time, and my grandfather had built relationships. My dad used those relationships and scaled up the business. And I guess it is my responsibility to make the best of both and continue that legacy, And loyalty and trust are very important things here, because trust back in the days was easy. And once the customer trusts you, loyalty would follow back in the days. Today, it's still easy for trust, but the loyalty factor is very, very hard nowadays, because the consumer has many more options now. Their choices are many. So back in the days, it was very less. So they might still trust you, but they may not be as loyal as what customers were probably 40 years back. So that's a big responsibility I think this generation has to keep up to, that loyalty factor of consumers.
Trust is not something that you just ask for a demand.
Yes.
You earn it.
Yes.
So if you had a customer who's buying an eyewear, which as a professional you think is not a good enough eyewear for him, but he insists, I want this. Obviously, you would try to make him change.
So let's put it this way. So we obviously respect the customer's decision, but it's our duty to make it an informed decision. So when the customer is buying glasses, he's just looking like how he looks front of the mirror. But as an optician, what are we seeing? We are seeing what's his lifestyle, what's his prescription. Does the frame shape actually solve his issue? So I'll give you a small example. Oversized frame and he has progressive power may not be the best solution. That's where the duty of us as opticians come into play, where we need to inform them. End of it, yes, customer's choice is always there. I mean, that's the preference. But it's our duty as professionals to first inform them.
At the end of it, yes, they have to buy what they'll buy. It's not just somebody's picked up a frame and
no.
It's like, let's make a sale.
As I said, they are just seeing the style factor. They're not seeing the technical part, and that's where...
And style, what about style? If aesthetically you see eyewear far differently from what a customer buys.
Yes.
So if you aesthetically you don't think this suits, if I had to wear a round frame, it doesn't suit me. But in my mind, I see myself as John Lennon and wear it. It doesn't look good.
I would give you my opinion, but I don't.
Would you say it's not good?
It depends how casual you're with me. So if you're as casual right now, I'd be like, listen, just leave it. But if I know the customer is very serious and be like, sure, ma'am.
Sure,
Yeah.
ma'am. All right. Trends keep changing, and now of late, the Y2K eyewear trend has
Yep.
come back into
Very
space.
much,
And
yeah.
everybody's, I mean, it's a trend that you had not expected. It's not too old, not too new.
That's the thing about fashion, you know. Fashion doesn't fade, it evolves. And with that trend coming back, I think a lot of people are liking that trend. And as opticians, for us, it's easier to convince a customer for that trend than it would be 10 years back. Because when the trend is going on, the customer is seeing that trend on social media.
Can you elaborate a little bit on what the Y2K trend is?
So if you remember gradient tints,
Yes.
so even indoors you have that light fashion
Light
tints.
fashion tints, yes.
Bollywood used to wear that a lot. Rimless, narrow frame silhouette. If you see, all that is coming back. That's the thing with the trend, you know. So it's then easy for us to convince a consumer to go in for that style because the trend is going on. That is, they would have seen their favorite Bollywood actor wear that. And you know, so when the trend is there, it's just easier. And that also creates a business opportunity because the consumer can then think of a second pair. Like example, okay, I have a party tonight. Let me wear that fashion tint, you know. And because that trend is going on, it's easier for the conversion, you know, like to convince the customer.
Trends change faster now. How important do you think is social media, or what kind of impact does social media have on eyewear trends today?
So I think social media has done a very good job. People are seeing other people wear sunglasses and all different styles. So it's made it very aspirational. That's a good thing. But there's also a small downside for this. People need to know that eyewear is also part of their eye care, their eye health. So use social media to get inspired, but make the purchase, the decision inside an optician. Because as I said, you're thinking only about the frames. I'm thinking about the lenses. I'm thinking about the technical part. So be inspired of what you see online, but go to your local optician to make the purchase. Follow the optician's advice. Make your last decision inside an optical store, not at home. Because end of the day, the eyewear is also helps you with your vision, right? Okay. And you can't go wrong with that. Yeah. So the best looking frame will still not solve your problem.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why people buy online is for the budgets. I mean, it's perceived to be cheaper. But yes, as a trusted optician, how would you advise them on what are the smart investment decisions that they should take while buying an eyewear?
So here, I would encourage people to think in the reverse process. So if you're on a budget, choose your lenses first and then the frame. Because the frame is what others see, but the lenses are what your eyes see through. So the lenses should be the decision first and then let the frame follow.
So basically you're saying when you're buying eyewear, you're buying the lens. Buy the lens first.
Buy the lens first. Because there's no point of buying a good looking frame if you're not going to see clearly for the next 1 year. That's why, you know, brands like Zeiss, though it's a German brand, it's an international brand, they've come out with an amazing range of economical progressives or even single vision lenses. And for something that you're going to wear from the time you wake up to your sleep, I think you shouldn't compromise in that product at least. Lenses first, frame follows.
Brilliant. And as an optician, you understand the value of lenses.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can guide on what should a consumer be looking for when he's selecting lenses? Just for them to have a better idea of what they're investing.
So see, back in the days, lenses was very clear. You have a power, we put that power for you and you're done. Today, our lifestyles have changed so much, you know, it's not, they're just multiple focal points, you know, you're driving, you're seeing at the distance, then again to your iPad. So your eye is working way more than what it used to 10 years back, right? Okay. So when a consumer is taking that decision, I would urge them first to think, what is your lifestyle? How many hours are you on the screen? How many hours are you playing sports or outdoors? You know, so there are a lot of decisions now that need to be taken before the lens purchase. Back in the days, I have the power, this is the prescription, just take the lens.
There were no options available.
There were no options. But again, you know, like as I was saying, Zeiss, they have so many lenses for each lifestyle, you know. They do have progressives that are very good for all your activities, but at the same time, they do have specialized lenses as well. So I would say, first think of your lifestyle, think how many hours, what you do, and then take the decision.
In the current time, many people they prefer to choose eyewear online and all of these things, where they don't get this whole advice that you're talking about. So what, in your opinion, is something that a customer can look forward to while visiting to a store? What is the human interaction that they can do, which technology would not offer them?
So, as I said, social media is very good, you know, it's created more awareness for brands among consumers, you know, and they have more information now. But at the same time, eyewear has got something to do with your visual health. I urge people that they should make the decision inside an optical store. So the biggest advantage, I said, of social media is it's made consumers more aware of different brands and products, right? Yeah. But when it comes to eye care, it's a totally different ball game. So two people with the same prescription can have completely different lenses because different lifestyles. So as I said, you know, it's evolving a lot. Two people, same prescription, different lifestyle, will need different lenses. Okay. Yeah, because example, you're a person in IT 8 hours only
On the
front of the
computer,
screen.
yes.
I'm a person who uses the screen 1 hour. I'm outdoors most of the time.
Alright.
But same power.
Same power.
That doesn't mean our lenses need to be same. So
Okay.
that kind of professional guidance only professional opticians can give you. Then comes coatings. So online, you wouldn't understand what coatings are. Coatings has got to do what's your lifestyle. But again, it has to be an informed decision. Someone needs to explain the pros and cons of each coating.
Yeah.
Right? Really feel it's good that it's out there in social media.
Yeah.
End of the day, it's about your eye health. Yeah, not just fashion.
Yes.
It's not just fashion, it's eye health as well.
Yes.
So you need to go to your optician
Yeah.
and let them guide you of what's right for you. As I said, the best frame may not be good if you don't have good vision.
Also, I think in terms of eyewear, online everything looks based on the look.
Something that you're going to wear every day, it's better you just try it on, right?
Yeah.
You know, because online has expensive and economical
Yes.
frames or sunglasses, but you're going to wear it a lot.
Yes.
So might as well just touch and
So
feel
the cut and everything
exactly.
can be
Then
stored.
again, coming to the technical part, you know, so much of information that the consumers don't know.
Yeah.
So, you know, Zeiss recently launched a lineup of the lenses called the Clear Mind.
Yeah.
Basically reduces your visual cognitive load. Okay?
Okay.
No consumer would know that, but they would need it in their life. You know, so that visual cognitive is basically the amount of work the brain does for your eyes to get a better vision. And who tell that to a consumer? Only an optician.
Yes, it's only when they go to an optician will they know all
So
this.
that's why I said buying decision always inside the store.
So don't cut your hair at home, don't get your eyewear at home.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the one myth about eyewear or spectacles that you would wish would disappear?
Every optician would have this answer that not one frame is for all, you know, for all your purposes. One frame does not suit all your requirements. Do you wear the same shoe for the gym and then to the office and tomorrow for your friend's wedding? No. Do you wear the same t-shirt? No. Then why eyewear? So that's the biggest myth people have about eyewear. They feel one pair solves
fits all?
everything.
No.
Never,
Definitely
never.
not.
No, one pair fits all is a wrong thing. Yeah. So because you know when you're playing sports, you would not want to wear the same pair of glasses while you're in front of the screen because, as I said, there are so many options now which you would never know online.
And even to match the activity that you're doing.
Exactly.
So when you're going down to play sports, when you're in the office,
You don't need a lens that's going to help you read at that time.
Exactly.
You need something that gives you a good contrast in the sun. So that's the biggest myth people have, that one frame. The second myth, people only with poor eyesight need eyeglasses. I think that's wrong now because what I'm seeing nowadays is people like to use eyewear as a fashion accessory, you know. So you're wearing good belts, good shoes, good watch. What about your glasses? So nowadays people are buying multiple pairs to suit their occasions and their outfit. As I said, back in the days, one pair, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
As a trend, that's a good thing. That's
But
happening.
again, the demographics of India is such, you know, I feel the market in North India is way more fashion forward than South. South is more subtle.
Okay.
But I see the growth over there, you know, they are being more aspirational with eyewear.
In vision care, what are the technological trends or which you think will have the highest impact on the consumer behavior or purchase patterns in times to come?
So coming to the technology part, I think this industry is facing amazing advancement in that. But nowadays equipments are so technologically advanced, you know, it is more of a personalization, you know. I'll give you a simple example. There is an equipment by Zeiss called the VisioFit. Okay.
And the one with that.
The one with that, you know. So that in a single click, it's controlled by the iPad. In a single click, it takes hundreds of measurements. And so are the equipments like refractive units and all of that. They do much more than just the standard eye test, you know. And then comes lenses like myopia management. Then you have smart glasses like Meta, and you have smart diagnostic tools now. So that's where technology is really pushing boundaries in our industry right now.
I think diagnostic tools are better.
Way better.
And this will impact the consumer behavior.
It will, of course.
All right, great.
It's just good for them, you know. So it gives them a more personalized lens for their lifestyle using this technology.
I'm sure your grandfather has had stories to share with you.
Yes.
Is there anything specific about a story?
2 such incidents.
All right.
You'll be shocked when I tell you this. So the first one is back in the days, I'm talking 1970s, 80s. Okay, our store used to open at 9, and before granddad used to reach the store, there would be a line of customers waiting outside that store.
Before you open the store?
Before opening at 8:30 in the morning. So that was how we were back in the days, you know. Can you imagine coming to your store at 8:30 to open the shutter and there are about 6 people just waiting in line?
Apple store doesn't have that.
Apple, there's no store that has that now. That's crazy. And they would actually help granddad, open the shutter. They would enter the store, sit patiently till everything is done, and they would say, "You came first, so you go. I'll wait." So it's something you cannot imagine nowadays. So yeah, and there's one more story. He used to have a register of each customer that used to visit us, and he never saw those as records. He saw that as a personal. A personal diary where he would connect with each customer then, So if you came into the store, he would obviously write what you bought, and then he would also write your likes, dislikes, what you prefer. So the next time you come, just pull out your name and we already know what to show you and what not to show you.
And this was
no AI, no laptops, no Excel sheets, just hard papers.
Oh,
so
cool.
There would be a room full of records, and you tell your name, we would pull it out letter-wise and just check your record. And
cool.
So that room was like the Microsoft Excel room. These are two things that if you think of today, it's like, crazy.
Crazy. Really. Thanks for that, Yash. And from here, we'll proceed to the rapid fire. What's one key piece of advice for parents when choosing eyewear for the children?
Lenses first, frames second.
Lenses first for children as well?
Yeah, of course. Earlier the better.
Alright. If gold, brown and black are off the table, which eyewear color would you recommend for Indian skin tones? One for a fair skin and one for a darker skin.
We both are wearing brown and blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair skin, I would say probably olive green. Dark skin, navy blue.
One key piece of advice for 40 plus newbies picking their first eyewear.
Don't resist, embrace it.
Don't resist, embrace.
Go for that.
Alright. Are expensive lenses really worth the money?
If they solve your eye care needs, 100% yes.
One premium high-end pair of eyewear or multiple economically priced pairs? Pick one.
One exceptional pair, always.
One exception. Doesn't this contradict what we had spoken about having multiple pairs?
Again, it boils down to your lifestyle, but I feel you need to have that one exceptional pair.
That is an important.
And then add on to your multiple pairs.
Good. Sunglasses after sundown. Accident in waiting or fashion statement?
Sunglasses, disaster. Fashion tints, 100% yes.
100%.
Yes.
Your favorite actor or celebrity and the sunglasses you would want to see them in?
That's a tough one. Probably Ranveer Singh wearing the C Decor Cartier sunglasses.
Okay. Ranveer Singh?
Ranveer Singh.
Not Rajnikant?
He's not actor. He's considered God.
Have you ever judged someone's personality purely based on their eyes, even silent, even though you have said it?
Every time. 100% yes. Every time. So the first thing I notice is the glasses.
Right.
And then I do judge them. Yeah.
So, I'm feeling judged right now. Okay. Where do Indians stand today when it comes to eyewear fashion? Purely functional users, trend followers, or innovative trendsetters?
I would say they are trend followers leaning towards trendsetters.
Okay.
Trend followers who want to become trendsetters.
Okay, but they're in that.
But they are still trend followers now.
But that's still quite an improvement from
That's
what
good.
it used to
That's
be.
good.
If your great grandfather walked into a Turakhia store today, what's the one thing that would make you smile the most?
I would say old wine in a new bottle.
Okay, the same service,
Same. Everything's the same. Just that the look and feel is new.
but everything is the same.
The
You
taste is
maintain
still
it.
the same.
Oh, great.
His recipe is still there.
It is still there. With Rajnikant, is eyewear styling even necessary or does he make everything look like him? I know the answer to this.
No, he styles the eyewear.
He styles.
The eyewear does not style him.
So, okay, this is a personal to know. When he's reading that chart, does he see the alphabet and the alphabet changes to his thing? Or
He doesn't have power.
He doesn't have.
No, it's only for style. He legit doesn't have power.
Seriously?
He doesn't have power.
Seriously?
Yes,
Oh.
his eye health is so good. He's Rajnikant.
Rajnikant. Yash, you spoke to us took us through a lot of things. Thank you. You took us through the history of your family, your studying in New Zealand, about your grandfather's stories, about the progresses in technology, changes in lenses. If there's one particular thing that you would want a consumer or one of our audiences to take away from this whole conversation, can you just highlight that one?
Check yearly, see clearly. Basically, just check your eyes every year.
Okay.
Don't wait for the worst case scenario, because nowadays a lot of diagnosis can be done through a professional eye test as well, which was not possible back in the days.
Okay.
So regularize testing your eyes like how you would do an annual
As an
health
annual
checkup.
check, So with the health check, get your eye test also.
Because we are using our eyes way more than what we used to back in the days for way more things, and that does give a load to your eye. So just check yearly, see clearly.
I think that wraps up. Great answers. Thank you, Yash.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having
Lovely
me here.
conversation with you.
Same here.
Thank you. And thank you everyone listening to Clear Vision Stories from India's leading opticians. Brought to you by VisionPlus Magazine and sponsored by Zeiss. I'm Tabrez Bolar signing off. Until next time, take care of your eyes, stay curious and keep seeing the world a little more clearly every day. Thank you.